Imagine two students. One studies for about an hour a day, sleeps well, still makes time for friends, and consistently scores near the top of the class, while the other studies 5 or 6 hours daily, sacrifices sleep, avoids everything else, fills pages with notes, yet barely keeps up with average grades. Now pause for a second. Which one sounds more like you? Because this isn't about talent, it's not about effort, and it's definitely not about luck.
It's about how you study, not how long you study. And by the end of this video, you'll start noticing exactly where your own method is failing and how to fix it without increasing your study time. Most of us fall into the same trap. We think more hours automatically mean better results, so we highlight pages, rewrite notes, watch lecture after lecture. It feels productive, but let's be honest, how much of that do you actually remember the next day? That's the real problem, because your brain doesn't learn by just absorbing information. It learns by working with it. A simple way to understand this is that your learning equals how much you study multiplied by how much you retain. So even if your study time is low, if your retention is high, your results will outperform most people. And this is exactly where top students separate themselves. So what can you actually do differently? Instead of starting with reading, start by asking yourself, what do I already know about this? Even if your answer is incomplete or wrong, that effort activates your brain. And when you struggle to recall, your brain creates stronger memory pathways, which means the next time it becomes easier. And this one small shift alone can completely change how fast you learn. Next, stop trying to cover everything and focus only on what you don't understand, because time spent on what you already know feels good, but doesn't improve your performance. So if you want real progress, get comfortable with confusion, because that's where actual learning happens. Another mistake most students make is long, exhausting study sessions. But instead, you should break your study into smaller chunks, because focus isn't unlimited. And when you study in shorter sessions, your brain stays fresh, you make fewer mistakes, and you actually finish faster, which is how you reduce effort without reducing results. Now here's something even more effective. Don't just read, explain. Say it out loud and teach it like you're explaining to a friend. Because when you explain something clearly, you instantly expose what you don't fully understand, and fixing those gaps is what improves your performance. Also, start solving problems earlier and don't wait until you feel ready, because understanding doesn't come first, it comes through practice, and the more you apply, the clearer things become. And one small habit that most people ignore is spending a few minutes reviewing before sleep, because while you rest, your brain is actively organizing and storing information, which means you wake up remembering more without extra effort. Now think about this. If you switch from passive habits to active ones, like recall, explanation, and problem solving, you'll start noticing something surprising. You'll need less time to study, you'll feel less exhausted, and your results will improve. So if you've been stuck studying longer but not getting better, this is your signal to change the method. Because once you learn how to learn properly, everything else becomes easier. And the difference shows faster than you expect.